What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little different. We're here at Halo Lifts up here in Phoenix. So we got old Millie here in our trailer. We're picking up our 10,000 pound clear floor lift right there. So it's gonna be that top one on the top shelf. So we're getting her loaded up right now. Yeah, that's perfect right there. Yep. All right, guys, got her loaded up. She's all strapped down, ready to head back to Tucson. And old Millie girl just hit 610,000 miles, putting in work. Almost forgot. That thing ain't going nowhere. Can't forget to say that, otherwise it will go somewhere. All right, guys, made it successfully back to the house. We're gonna figure out how to unload her now. I think first step, I'll probably move the 58 off the slab first. Oh yeah. We got our arms right here. We'll pull these guys out. Those might be some anchors, some hydraulic lines, our cylinder. We'll get all the goodies out of here that's stuffed in here. So we'll get our arms out and our boxes, whatever's loose. Get these guys off the trailer. We'll set them on our concrete till we're ready to install them. Never owned a lift before. Always been working on the ground with jack stands. It's gonna be a huge game changer. These lifts had really good reviews online, so I decided to finally pull the trigger and got this thing ordered. Got a Black Friday deal. I ended up paying like $2,700 for this guy total. I'm excited, guys. This is gonna be awesome. All right, guys, we got our posts separated from each other. So we got both of those guys laying down there. I just laid some tape right here. So this should be the outside of our post. Got our center line snapped right here with the chalk line. Just threw some clear coat on there so it doesn't disappear. So that should be the outside of our lift, centered with our slab. So that's pretty much where we need to put it. And I've just been moving this thing around just by jacking it up and rolling one end around. It's honestly not too bad. See if we can stand these guys up. All right, guys, we got our cross beam on. We got these cables ran. These guys are all tightened down. We have our hydraulic lines running up and over. The only hydraulics we have now is once we put our motor on, we'll have one more hose to attach. We got to get this bar on, which is our safety switch bar, so that stops the lift from going up any higher. It's like a kill switch once you touch that. So here's our motor and our reservoir. We can get some bolts going on these guys, stick this guy on, and get our other hydraulic line on. We got to run this cable for our safety latch. All right, guys, pretty much everything is on. Got our limiting switch up at the top on. Got our motor on, our hydraulics. All of our lines are attached. I found center on our post, and I lined that guy up with our center line on both sides. I double checked my measurements of our width. Right now I'm gonna go to Home Depot and see if I can find a big concrete drill to drill these holes out so we can throw our anchors in there. We need a 3/4 inch concrete bit, and we're probably gonna hit some rebar. This slab was intended for this lift. Definitely reinforced, probably over reinforced, but better than being under reinforced. I'm also going to look for a little breaker panel. Hopefully I can find a 2-space breaker panel so I could just put one 240 breaker, probably a 30 amp breaker, to run this motor, run some SO cord off of here, and I'll put a 50 amp NEMA plug on this end to match our plug on this side because we're going to be running it off the generator. I have some 10 gauge SO cord right here, plug on this end, and we'll just plug her in here when we need power, and it'll be protected through that 30 amp breaker. I also got to find some hydraulic fluid. All right, guys, out here at Home Depot. So I got this concrete drill rental and a bit for $50 for 4 hours and $109 in miscellaneous stuff. Hopefully this will get the job done. So we got 4 hours. Clock's ticking. Don't forget our bit. Back at the house, we got our hammer drill set up. I got some tape on it for 4 inches. This is a 5.5 inch wedge anchor. So we're gonna go 4 inches into the concrete. Plate is 3/4 inch thick. So that should leave just enough space to tighten this guy up nice and snug. We're gonna get these guys drilled before our time runs out. All right, guys. I think we're gonna call that good. Shim that side, shim that side. Now, we just gotta torque her down. Torque specs are 150. All of our bolts are installed, torqued down. We got a solid ass lift, guys. It's not even falling over. So we need some fluid and we need power, and this thing should be functionable. I found a 2-space 70 amp breaker. So this is good for one 240 amp breaker. I got an Eaton 30 amp breaker. I already have the SO cord, 50 amp NEMA plug. We can plug into this end. I got some 16.2 cord that should work for us to finish our run right here. That wire ends right there when it should have ended over here. Had to get 6 foot of that, but we should have everything electrical wise to hook this guy up. We just need to go find some hydraulic fluid. All right guys, went to O'Reilly's, got this AW46 hydraulic oil. This guy ran us 80 bucks for a 5-gallon bucket. That should fill up our lift, no problem. All right guys, we're gonna start hooking up our electrical. So first thing, I'm gonna mount this box. I was looking in this channel and it looks like there's enough room on the backside to run some screws. We're gonna just put this breaker box right here somewhere. Here, I'll cheek it to the left because we have a hydraulic line coming up on the right. Hopefully we can drill through this. So we got our electrical done, got our breaker box mounted. We have our 30 amp Eaton breaker in there. I took out the old whip that was hanging out right here and the connector that was just chilling out here. Since we don't have a roof or anything, we need this thing to be waterproof. So I put everything in this box. I got our whip made up, 50 amp NEMA plug on. I will probably pull this cover off one more time when we fire up the generator. We'll plug this guy in. I'll check for 240 before we turn that breaker on. Just make sure everything's working properly. So electrical should be done. So we are gonna fill this guy up with some of our O'Reilly's hydraulic oil and we'll test this thing out for the first time. Let's get that thing filled up and see what we can do. Here to the generator over a little bit. I'm just gonna fire this guy up and test voltage on our panel. A little cold out. That should work. All right guys, so we have voltage, we got fluid in here. I'm gonna throw these arms on real quick, get this plastic off of here, and we're gonna try it out. Lift is working, going up and down. I tested our switch up top. It does stop the lift when we're going up. I'm gonna top this guy off. I'm gonna get Millie out of the way and I'm gonna roll the 58 back over here and we're gonna get it on the lift, see if we can lift the vehicle. Moment of truth. All right, guys, so the 58 is on the lift. My tread fell off on the way over here. That thing's insane. What the hell is that? This thing's so old, the tire rusted apart. But this thing's got some weight on it, guys. She hasn't fallen off yet. Oh, we got a lift, guys. Oh, this would be nice. Now we can do some exhaust on here. Oh, we can work out our brake system. This is gonna be so convenient. Hell yeah, guys. We got us a 2-post lift. Pretty excited for this. Gonna make life so much easier. Be a huge game changer for the channel. Make sure to stay tuned, guys. We got more coming on the 58. We got another project coming up. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.